right, good morning. Let's get started in our child's pose this morning, coming on to our knees, bringing them nice and wide, maybe even as wide as the mat with the big toes touching. And sit the hips back as we walk the hands forward and bring the forehead to rest down on the earth. Spread the fingers out wide here. And find the forearms and let them just rest heavily into the mat. Find space and breath. Right away, presencing ourselves to this moment, the here and the now. Begin to deepen your breathing, beginning simply by acknowledging where the breath is in the body, and then expanding out from there. Thinking about the middle torso like a balloon or an inner tube, and each breath in fills that space. Each breath out draws everything deep into the center line. And at the bottom of the exhale, press out every last drop, making space for new air. From here, find your Ujjayi breathing, that gentle whisper, ocean-sounding breath in the back of the throat. And on our next inhale, we'll bring our gaze between thumbs, staying with our Ujjayi breath. And as we exhale, hook toes for downward facing dog. Find your alignment here, bringing feet hip bones distance, ideally. Sending the weight into the pads of the feet so the toes can relax. And finding movement, if that feels appropriate for you this morning. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. Maybe bending the knees deeply and shaking the tailbone left to right. Nodding the head yes, and shaking it from side to side, relaxing through the back of the neck. Eventually finding our stillness, our center. And here, coming right into our most authentic alignment. Finding where your feet feel best. Grounding down through the palms, especially behind the pointer finger and the thumb, creating a little bit of an inward pressing. Wrap the shoulder blades together on the spine and then send them back towards the tail, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Single gazing point between the feet or farther away between the heels. Ujjayi breath. Our next inhale brings our gaze between thumbs, bending the knees. And as we exhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Coming all the way forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Let gravity draw the head down towards the mat as the feet root down with a gentle bend in the knees. Find a distance that makes sense for your feet here, either hip bones or wider. Eventually bringing the hands to the elbows. And maybe rocking the weight from right foot to left foot. Swaying the weight of the body from side to side. So really feel gravity doing what it does best here, just drawing everything down towards the earth. And notice that in the head, the skin of the face and the jaw, the arms, and the low spine opening as we draw the belly button in. Press down through all four corners of both feet, eventually coming to center. And on our next exhale, release elbows all the way down. Press the feet into the earth, and as we breathe in, roll up, dropping first the tailbone. Stacking vertebra upon vertebra over the hips, eventually coming to the top, bringing shoulders up and around the ears, down and back on the spine. Heel toe the feet together with big toes touching. Fan hands out wide, expanding energy out through the feet and the fingers. Gentle gazing point at the horizon ahead of you. Inhale, reach palms high. Exhale, fold forward, release all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, length through the spine, fingertips reach the earth or the shins. Exhale, fold. Root down through the feet, strong legs. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, fingertips reach high. Exhale, thumbs through, heart center, forward fold, release, gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, length. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high to low, push up, hugging elbows in deeply towards center. Inhale, glide forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back for downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. One more breath in. As we exhale, gaze between hands, walk or float the feet to the front edge of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, drawing shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes come to touch, heels are slightly parted. Bend the knees deeply and inhale, lift up, Utkatasana. Draw the tailbone down towards the heels, draw belly button in, and expand the fingers high. If it feels good for the shoulders, you can cactus the arms, creating more space through the collarbone and the neck. Breathe in, walking the weight back towards the heels. One more inhale, expand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant palms, step back, high to low. Gaze is slightly forward as we lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. On our next breath in, lift right leg high to the sky, beginning first with our hip pointing toward the ground. From here, on our next inhale, we're going to externally rotate our top thigh, creating a lift through that top leg, stacking top hip on top of bottom hip. So opening our body to the right. Bend the top knee and allow that top foot to just gently drop behind you. So you have a little bit of a scorpion tail here. Press both palms evenly into the earth. For one more breath in, lift knee higher. Exhale, come through center, bring knee all the way to the nose. And then step the right foot to the right thumb. Front ankle is directly beneath the front knee. Drop back heel and inhale, rise up. Gracious Hero 1. Find both hip points facing the front edge of the mat as the shoulders relax down the spine. Begin the work of finding balance, of both Sukha and Sthira, the work and the ease. Press left hip bone forward as we plug the right hip into the socket. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart and peel open, Gracious Hero 2. Extend both arms equally away from heart center and find a place where the hips are aligned, the shoulders are aligned directly over the hips. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Gaze is soft over front fingertips. And on our next inhale, flip front palm to the sky, bring back palm to back thigh, and reverse the hero. Inhale, lengthen fingers away from the hips, and exhale, bend the front knee a little bit more deeply. One more breath in. Come up through center, and as we exhale, bring front elbow to front knee for side angle. Top hand expands all the way to the sky. And as we exhale, allow the top arm to reach over the ear, bringing bicep to left ear, creating one long, energetic line from left fingertips to the outer edge of the back foot. Notice if the heart's collapsing forward and reach that top shoulder open, expanding the heart to the ceiling. Active bottom fingertips for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to either side of front foot. Step back and move through your vinyasa. Exhaling to lower as elbows hug in. Belly button stays drawn towards the spine. Inhale, glide forward, up dog. And exhaling to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift left leg high. Beginning with an inward rotation of that inner thigh, drawing hip bones towards the ground, big toes point towards the earth. And as we exhale, stack top hip over bottom hip and open the heart towards the sky. Spread, palms wide, press the earth away so the body is just like floating. Yeah. One more breath in, lift that top knee even higher. Exhale, come back through center, draw knee to nose. And then drop the left foot all the way up by the left hand. Bring back heel to the earth and inhale, rise up, gracious hero one. Find the outer edge of the back foot and root it down. Press the right hip forward as we draw the left hip into the hip socket. And expand through the rib cage. Like you can even bring like your fingers with the thumbs and all of the other fingers together and point to your rib cages, like press in your ribs, and then open the hands and find space in the ribs. So as we expand the fingertips, the ribs get even longer. When you find that space, expand arms back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, bend front knee deeply, and open up, gracious hero two. Ideally, front thigh is parallel with the earth. Gaze is soft over front fingertips, and the feet continue to press into the earth, creating ease through the whole torso. Top hand flips to the sky as back hand drops to back thigh, and reverse your hero. Extending left fingers high as front knee bends deeply. Shoulders continue to just fall away towards the earth. One more breath in, expand. Come up towards center, gracious hero two. Inhale here. Exhale, bring front elbow to front knee for side angle. Expanding top arm towards the sky and then all the way overhead. Bicep brushing the ear. Top palm faces the earth and both shoulders reach away from the ears. One more full breath in. Activate through that bottom hand like sunshine is expanding from the fingertips. Exhale, bring both hands down to the earth. Step back, moving through your vinyasa. Inhaling as you glide forward to upward facing dog. And eventually making your way to downward facing dog. Just inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, glide the body forward, coming to top of a push-up. Preparing for our side plank, we're going to bring right palm directly beneath the face and rock over to the knife side edge of the right foot, expanding left arm high. Optional here, we can bring the right knee down to the earth. Breathe deeply. We can also expand our left leg forward and press the hips high. Wherever you are, draw the belly in and lift heart center to the sky. One more deep breath. Inhale, lift the top arm high. Exhale, come to top of a push-up and send hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step right foot forward, keeping back heel lifted this time. Inhale, arms high, crescent lunge. Finding a big opening through that left psoas, maybe bend the back knee deeply and draw the tailbone down. Finding a nice even pelvis, then extending through that back knee. Inhale here, reach fingers tall. As we exhale, palms come to heart center. Find left elbow. Twist towards the front knee and hook elbow to knee for a revolving crescent lunge. So the body is twisting towards that bent knee. Continue to keep the back heel lifted, expanding the back thigh towards the sky. Draw the inner thighs together, creating engagement through the low belly. Inhale, reach heart towards thumbs. Exhale, press palms even more deeply together. One more breath in for expansion. Exhale, slowly come down, bringing both palms to the earth. Step all the way back, lower halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, gaze forward, and float or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, heels slightly parted. Bend the knees deeply, pressing the weight through the heels, and inhale, rise up, Utkatasana. From here, bring elbows to heart. Breathe in. Exhale, twisting again to the right. Keeping the knees in one line, eventually hooking elbow to right knee. Either stay here or open the arms, stacking fingertip to fingertip. Weight stays in the heels for one more breath in. Lengthen the crown of the head forward as the tail reaches back. Belly draws in. And our next breath out releases all the way down, forward fold. Separate the feet hip bones distance, maybe bringing the fists between them to take a measure. Find the two-piece fingers and catch on to the big toes, bringing the thumbs to the big toenails. Draw belly button in and inhale, lift up halfway. Draw shoulders back towards the tailbone. And exhale, forward fold, release all the way down. Relaxing the torso onto the thighs. Crown of head relaxes toward the earth. So as we move through our week 3, our theme of equanimity, of finding that balance, like how can we meet even the most challenging poses with grace and calm? Like finding some place that we can love and enjoy. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms, step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, forward up dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. On our next breath in, lift left leg high. Exhale, step left foot to thumb, keeping back heel lifted. Inhale, reach fingertips tall, coming into crescent lunge. Find that neutral pelvis, so notice if the tailbone is pointing back towards the back edge of the mat, and draw it down between the thighs. From here, think of the inner thighs like a scissor and draw them together, creating lots of engagement through the legs and the low belly. Once here, inhale, expand through the rib cage. Extend the crown of the head to the sky. And as we exhale, bring hands to heart. Find right elbow. Twist the body towards the bent knee. And exhale, hook right elbow to left knee. Breathe here. Think about drawing that bottom rib cage off the thigh as much as is available. One more full deep breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little more deeply. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring hands through heart, plant them down. Step back to high push-up. Draw low belly in, feeling engagement between the belly button and the pubic bone. And bring left palm to the center of the mat. Coming into side plank on the opposite side, bring the toes to touch. And roll over to the outer edge of the left foot. Expanding right arm high. Breathe. Wrap the heart towards the sky as the top hip comes forward just slightly. Yes. Top leg is standing on an imaginary wall at the bottom edge of your mat, if it's lifted. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, plant both palms, lower halfway down, move through your vinyasa. Take a breath, inhale. Gaze forward, exhale, bend knees, walk or float feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes come to touch, bend the knees deeply, weight in the heels, and rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, palms to heart, and twist to the left, bringing right elbow to left knee. Rock the weight back into the heels, and maybe take a peek down at the knees, make sure they're in one line. Belly button draws in, creating lots of space through the low back. Full deep breath, inhale, maybe opening the arms. More Ujjayi breath. Feet, core, breath. One more inhale, expand wherever you are. And exhale, release palms down to heart if they're lifted, and forward fold, release. Separate the feet, hip bones, distance. Gentle bend in the knees, creating some space for flow. From here, we're going to bring the palms underneath the soles of the feet, So like you'll bend the wrist with the fingertips pointing towards the feet, and then slide them underneath, coming into Padahastasana. If it's available, bring the big toes all the way to the wrist creases. And then inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, draping the torso over the thighs. Back of the neck is heavy and relaxed. Bending the knees as much as you need to make this posture available. Nod out through the head, releasing through the neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Release the hands from beneath the feet. Bring the big toes to touch. Ground down through all four corners of both feet, so rooting the weight evenly from side to side and front to back in both of the feet. Find a little baby space in the knees, but strong legs, and as we inhale, bring arms wide and reverse swan dive all the way to standing, reaching fingertips high. Exhale, palms to heart. Coming into eagle pose, inhale, reach fingers tall. Exhale, bend knees deeply. Root down through the left standing foot, draw belly in. And on our inhale, lift right leg over left knee. Maybe keeping right toes propped on the earth or wrapping them all the way around that bottom shin. From here, bring arms wide and cross right arm under left in front of you. Wrap the arms together and bring palms to touch. Notice where the shoulders are and draw them back, creating a big smile across the collarbone and maybe across the face. Bring elbows up to shoulder height if it's available. Press the palms gently away from the face, creating space in the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, bend the knees deeply. Belly draws in and inhale, left leg over and left arm under. Finding your single gazing point, your drishti. Find your ujjayi breath. Notice the mind and bring it back here to the now. Draw the shoulder blades together as elbows lift to shoulder height for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, sit hips a little bit more deeply. And inhale, explode up, expanding the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thumbs come to heart. Coming into dancer pose, we're going to bring left arm up with the bicep around the ear. And right palm out like we're carrying a pizza pie. Bend the right knee and catch onto the inner line of that right foot. From here, drop the right knee towards the earth. Draw low belly in and inhale, expand left fingertips tall. As we exhale, hinge through the hips, pressing right foot into right palm so deeply that we eventually come all the way forward. Expanding right foot tall behind you. Left arm stays near the ear as much as is available. Full breath in, expand, get bigger. And exhale, slowly come down. Cartwheeling the arms to the opposite side. Ground down through the feet. Find the belly, draw all those muscles up and in, engaging through core. Moving into dancer on the opposite side. Catching the inner line of that left foot. Drawing shoulders and hip points even with the front edge of your mat. Inhale, expand. And exhale, press left foot into left palm, hinging forward. One more breath. Gaze is ahead of you. Jaw is relaxed for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back. Bring palms to heart. Cleansing breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale, reach fingers high. Exhale, forward fold, release all the way down. Moving through your vinyasa, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, forward, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward to top of a push-up. And as we exhale on the count of 5, slowly lower down, hugging elbows into center. 5, 4, gazes ahead. 3, belly draws in. 1, all the way down. Keep palms along the rib cage as elbows hug in towards the body like grasshopper legs. Coming into locust pose. We're going to inhale, lifting the heart forward and up, expanding toes back and behind us as the pelvis presses down into the earth. The body is so light that the palms can lift off the earth. Inhale, expand, lengthen, and exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Bring one ear to the mat. Allow the arms to fall alongside the body, palms face up. Inhale, come back to center. Bend both knees behind you and use the palms to catch onto the tops of the feet. Press the pelvis down into the earth, and without moving at all, just press the feet into the hands a little bit and notice that feeling. Rolling the shoulders back on the body. So the heart centers open wide as the pelvis is rooting into the earth. From here, we'll press the feet so deeply into the hands that it lifts the torso away from the ground like a bow. Inhale, press the feet into the palms. Exhale, find release somewhere. Gaze is gently ahead of you for one more expansion. And exhale, slowly release all the way down, bringing the opposite ear to the mat. If it feels good, you can bend the knees and windshield wiper them from side to side. Eventually finding stillness, coming back to center. Press palms alongside the rib cage, and on our inhale, glide forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Full deep breath, inhale. Exhale, bring the knees to the earth, cross the ankles, and come all the way onto the spine. Coming right into our bridge pose, we'll bend the knees with feet hip bones distance wide so that the fingertips can brush the heels. Imagine that there's a ball between the knees that you're hugging in and keeping there. Engage through the low belly, root the feet, the heels and the pads of the feet into the earth. And from here, we'll press the feet down so deeply that the hips simply float away from the ground. Pressing them up towards the ceiling, expanding the tailbone between the knees. Gaze is either up at the ceiling or towards the belly button. Once hips are lifted, continue to hug those knees into center, and maybe bring the palms beneath the body, clasping the hands underneath of you. From here, press the arms down into the earth. Maybe wrapping the shoulders underneath you. More breath. Inhale, lift the hips even higher. Exhale, lift the hips even higher. Inhale, lift, expand, open, breathe. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Take one full breath in and one full breath out. Either moving through the same practice of bridge or a full wheel is part of your practice. Bring hands alongside the ears with fingertips pointing towards the shoulders. Exhale, prepare to go where you're going. And as we inhale, root the feet down and begin to lift the body high. Wherever you are, feet are parallel with knees hugging that ball towards center. Chest is expanding to the sky. Breath is long and deep. Two more breaths wherever you are. And your next exhale slowly lowers you. Bring the soles of the feet together with knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. On our next breath in, bring knees back together. Again, step the feet close to the hips. Coming into shoulder stand. We're going to keep our gaze throughout this entire shoulder stand practice directly up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to roll the hips up over the shoulders, using the hands to press the low back up. Once we have the hips propped up on the palms, we're going to walk our elbows and shoulders in towards one another, getting them as close as possible. From here, expand the feet to the sky. The eventual goal is that hips and shoulders are in one long line. Press the feet slightly forward towards the front edge of your mat. And imagine you're wearing very tall high heels and think about what the shape of your feet look like in very tall high heels with the pads behind the big toes pointing towards the sky. Really like flexing through the pads of the feet. Expand the breath more deeply. One more breath, inhale. If you're in your shoulder stand, allow the feet to release over the head, coming into plow pose. From here, allow the knees to come wide and bend around the knees, or the ears for deaf man's pose. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly release all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Draw the knees into the chest, catching on to the backs of the thighs. And we're going to take 3 rocks and rolls, inhaling to rock back and exhaling forward, massaging the spine. And on our final rock forward, rest the weight between the tailbone and the sits bones, coming into Navasana. Expand the legs, bringing shins parallel with the earth or straightening through the knees. Draw low belly in and shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale. Expand arms forward. One more breath. Cross the ankles, plant the palms right in front of the hips, and exhale, take a lift. Come back to Navasana for one more breath in. Exhale, release feet all the way down. Bring the right foot into the left elbow and hug the right shin in towards the body. So the left foot is flat on the mat, if that's available. You can keep the left knee bent, or you can lengthen it, finding whatever is more available for you. And if this is just not feeling good in any way, you can come into a reclining half pigeon with the ankle over knee and palms behind you. Yeah, wherever you are, just breathe. Find opening through the outer hip. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And soften the gaze. Inhale. As we exhale, release that right foot across the left thigh or knee, planting the foot on the earth. Coming into a twist, either bottom leg can stay extended, or you can bend the knee so the heel comes in towards the right sits bone. Wherever you are, plant the right palm behind the body and inhale, left arm high. Exhale, twist through the torso and then hook the elbow to the knee. Inhale, lengthen and look forward. Expand the crown of the head tall. And then exhale to twist more deeply. One more full breath in here. Exhale out. Inhale, come back to center. Switching sides. Bringing the left foot in toward the right elbow, or finding your most appropriate variation of rock the baby. I need to find out the Sanskrit name for that pose. Breathe here. And reconnecting with the breath. Wherever you are, take one more breath in. And exhale, release that foot to the outside edge of the right thigh. And maybe drawing the right heel in towards the left sits bone. Plant the left palm behind you. Inhale, right arm high. And exhale, hook elbow to knee, taking a twist on the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist more deeply. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both feet flat on the mat, catching the backs of the thighs, and eventually coming all the way down into a supine position. So from here, notice the natural curve in the low spine underneath of you, and then suck the belly in towards the spine and press that space away so that there's no more space between the low back and the earth. From here, extend both legs high to the sky. So your body's in the shape of an inverted L. Either bring hands alongside the body with palms face down, or clasp the hands at the base of the skull. Inhale here. Expand the left foot to the sky and reach the right leg forward. Inhale, lift the torso and the shoulders off the earth. And each exhale will pulse the body towards the extended leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lower all the way down, switch sides, bring right leg high, expand left leg to the front of the room. Inhale, lift, and exhale, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs tall. If hands are clasped beneath the neck, reach them down alongside the body with palms pressing into the earth. Hands can stay here, or you can lift the hips and just bring the palms a little bit underneath of the body. This just gives a little more support to the low abdominals as we get stronger. Inhale, lengthen the feet to the sky. And as we exhale, lower the feet 30 degrees towards the earth. Continue to draw that low belly in. For more effort, lift the shoulder blades and the face off the mat, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30 degrees more. Low belly draws in, inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Inhale, lift the chest and the shoulders away from the mat, gaze at the feet. And exhale, come all the way down. Draw the knees into the chest for a little squeeze. Separate the knees wide, reach the palms between the knees and catch onto the outer edges of both feet, coming into happy baby. Both of our feet reach towards the sky as they stand on the ceiling, drawing the knees in towards the armpits and the side rib cages. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth and tuck the chin slightly, getting long in the back of the neck. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knees in as the feet expand tall. Slowly release the happy baby. Expanding arms tall and feet long for a full body stretch. Take a full breath in, and at the top of the breath, hold the air into the lungs. Expanding, reaching everything away from heart, exploding like a star. Exhale, release all the way down. Coming into Shavasana. Breathe here, allowing all of the effort to go. Know that there is nothing to change. There is nothing to fix. Everything is exactly as it should be. And you are perfect exactly as you are. As you're ready, bring awareness into the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles, and gently rocking the head from side to side. Eventually, drawing the knees in towards the chest and rolling over to one side or the other into a fetal position. And with eyes still closed, press yourself up to a seated position at the front of your mat. Bring the palms together with thumbs at heart center. And we'll close our practice with an Om. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Bring thumbs to the third eye point between the eyebrows. The divine light in me greets and acknowledges the divine light in each of you. Namaste.